Hey y'all, this is Dina. Welcome to my channel. Okay, so I am back tonight because we are going to make some cute bows out of fabric and felt, y'all. So cute, huh? I think for this one I'm going to put 2 loops on there. We'll see how it goes. I might change my mind as I'm going. But oh my goodness, so cute. Now the template, I could have pulled this off the Cricut Design Space, but I did happen to see a template already saved on Pinterest. So what I did is I saved this particular template and I saved it to my own computer, and then I went over here and I uploaded it into my onto my Cricut Design Space, and here it is. You can of course make it smaller if you want, or larger. But anyway, what I did is I went ahead and I printed it. I cut it out on some cardstock. That way I would have the actual shape of the bow. And yeah, then that way I could use it as a template. But now I at least have it saved to my Cricut Design Space. And yeah, that made it much easier, and I think it's going to be super cute. Okay, so like I said, I downloaded this, or I saved this to my Cricut Design Space. Then I went over here and I clicked make it. And when I did that, here it is right here. And then I was able to click continue and go ahead and cut it out, cut the templates out from my Cricut. And once I did that, then yeah, I was able to just keep on moving on. So I will save this SVG file down below in the notes down below the video if you want to grab it and also save it to your own computer as well. So anyway, let's just get started. I'm going to show you how I made this super easy bow. Okay, so as you see, I have adhered the heat and bond to the fabric and then peeled it off, and now I've adhered the other side to my the heat and bond to the felt. So that's what gonna make the backing for the bow. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do is, I'm using this pen, and let me see, it's a Frixtion color pen, and I don't know if you could see that. It's kind of hard to see, I'm sorry. But anyway, the nice thing about the Frixtion pens is that whenever you apply heat to your fabric after you've drawn on your fabric, the heat automatically makes it disappear. So that is the wonderful thing about using a Frixtion pen. I use these whenever I sew. If I need to mark something, that's the best thing to use whenever you sew and you need to mark your fabric, because the ink will go away once you hit it with heat. So anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the pieces of my bow and I'm going to position them on here so I can try to get all my pieces on here the best that I can. Let me see how close I can get this. That way then I can make sure to try to get both pieces to make this double. If I can't, I'll do a single, but I really want to try to get a double bow on here. Let's see, I think I might be able to, I think I could do it this way. I think that will work. Yay. So I'm going to be able to just draw these out. There, if you position it just right, that will work. So I'll be able to draw this one, then I'm going to do those two, and then I'll draw this one on last. So let me just move these over. I just wanted to make sure they were all going to fit perfectly. I'm going to use my Frixtion pen. Going to draw on my fabric. These Frixtion pens, they come in colors. They come where they're like almost like a ballpoint pen in a way. But yeah, so you can get them, and I'm drawing on my paper, but that's okay. It's a template. I actually got mine at Target, actually, in their pen section. They had the Frixtion pens in their pen section, like with the stationery. That's where I picked these up. So I have several of them, different colors, plus I have some other ones that look like ballpoint pens. But anyway, I'm just coloring this on really good. So I've got my template, and you can see the template. Kinda, I guess you can't. It's hard to see. I'm so sorry, y'all. But anyway, it's drawn on there. It is. It's there. I see it. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to position this one here. So I want to make sure that I'm still getting them in the right area. Yeah, that will work. So let me get this one in. Gonna draw this one on. Just kind of trace it. Remember the friction. Don't worry about it if it's on your fabric because it will iron right off. It's perfect. And you will not even know you've drawn on it where to trace the bow. So anyway, here we go, the last part here. Okay, got that piece drawn on. Now I'm going to position this one. Just going to go right here on all 3 pieces fit on this. And actually this one ends up being like little more than 5 inches by 12. So this ends up being like a 5 by 12. And so the bow is actually pretty large. The finished bow is like 5.5 inches. So it's a pretty large bow. If you have the SVG file on and you add it to your Cricut design space and save it, you can of course shrink it down and make it any size that you want. So I have the bow already in my the gallery for where I keep all the Cricut stuff and things I've purchased. But when I saw this one, I'm like, well, shoot, I'm going to grab this one. I've already got all the pieces I need, and I don't have to go over and try to search where I have it. So, perfect. Okay. And I'm almost there. Okay, so I got the pieces on there. Now, since I'm going to do a double bow, double loops on the top, I'm going to make this piece a little bit longer. So I'm just gonna make it a little bit longer, and that way then if I've made it too long, I can go ahead and just cut it off. It fit perfectly around a bow with only 1 loop on the top. So I'm gonna actually make it a little bit longer. Maybe go down about 1/2 inch or so. Okay, so I've got all my pieces on my fabric and felt, and I'm gonna move these out of the way, get the pin on here, and I'm just going to take my scissors, and these are my fabric scissors, and I am going to cut this out. Get this over here. Try to cut it out as close to the template as you can. You want to have a good shaped bow. And we're almost there. I cannot believe it's already Thursday, y'all. Tomorrow is Thursday. It feels like it was just the weekend. Oh my goodness. Okay, so there's our first one. And before I even go any further, I'm going to hit that with some heat and get rid of the ink that's on the edges. But I'm going to get this all pieces cut out, all 4 of them. So I will be ready to go. And what cute little bows these will be. If you want to make these maybe a little bit smaller, you can add them to some clips and make some cute hair bows if you have any little ones in your life. Or this would be a absolutely wonderful craft fair idea to make hair bows and package them up. In fact, I might do that. I think that would be good. I've got tons of felt that I purchased and I hadn't used yet. So I'll be able to use up my scraps of fabric and my heat and bond. I have a roll of heat and bond that my sister Debbie gave me when she came to visit me, I don't know, about a year ago. So yeah, I'm able to use that, not go out and purchase it. So that's the awesome thing. Okay, I'm rolling down to the end. And that just went right to the edge, but it's just perfect on that. It's just enough space on my fabric. And the nice thing about this bow is, of course, a no-sew bow. If you've got an iron, heat and bond fabric and felt and hot glue, you're good to go. Almost there. Just trying to stay right on those lines. And I know you can't see it because it kind of blends in with the pink, but I promise you it's there. Now I've only got one more. I'm gonna just cut the end piece. And like I said, I've cut that one a little bit longer. I can always trim it. So there we go. So I've got all my pieces. I'm gonna go over here and slap the iron on it to get rid of the ink. And then we will put this together. See, it's just like coming right off. One swipe with my iron and perfect. No sign of ink at all. Okay, so there we go. We got our pieces all ready to go. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab the glue gun. And of course, this is the bottom piece. And we're going to take our two middle pieces, and hopefully I don't bump my tripod with my glue gun, but I'm going to add a little bit of glue. I'm going to actually add it to the end. And then after I've got my glue, going to get it over to the center, kind of hold it on. I felt that. Boy, I've gotten great reflexes since I burned my finger that time. Oh my goodness. Wonderful reflexes. Okay, one side down. And I'm going to do the other side. And get that down. Perfect. And I'm going to take my scissors and kind of press it down so it's good and adhered. And there's the first part. And now I'm going to do the next one, and then we'll glue them together. Okay. Goes the second one. Meet it in the center. Do the other side. Even if you wanted to make these for, there goes my washer again, y'all. I pretty much do laundry every night because I can't catch up on it on the weekend. So I try to catch at least one load at night. Okay, so there we go. I got that piece. Look at that. And look, it's so nice because it's fabric. It's not going to tear. And oh my goodness, they're so cute. Okay, so now we're going to put glue on the back. And get it adhered down. Center it up. Most of you had probably made bows before, but I just thought I would show you this way. Press it down. I'm loving my green mat, y'all. I really do like it. It's kind of like it. I'm able to wipe it, and well, then I'm going to be able to get this glue off that's stringing out the side of my bow at the moment. Now I'm going to do the next one. I'm just going to put glue on the top here, and I'll probably put too much glue. I'm going to layer it up. And how pretty and full that one is. It's beautiful. Okay. Got those adhered, and see that? Look. So now I'm just going to take this piece. I'll be able to put it over, and voila. Got ourselves a beautiful bow. Okay. I'm gonna just put a little dot of glue over the front so I could hold that little piece together. I'm gonna flip these over, and that actually adding like 1/4 of an inch to that is actually going to be perfect on the size. Okay, I'm gonna lay that down there for a second. I'm gonna get this all glued on. Okay. One more side. I'm gonna get that one down. I'm gonna press this down really well. You want it to be adhered really well. And y'all, how sweet is that? Let me get my glue gun over there. Look at that. How sweet is that? Oh my goodness. Layering it up is just beautiful, y'all. Look at that. And you can see the size of it in my hand. So it actually ends up being, let's see, the finished bow is from end to end on this one is like a little more than 6 inches. So like I said, if you want to make these for hair bows and all that, just shrink it down a little bit. Just cut it a little bit smaller. But oh my goodness, y'all, look. 1 or 2 looks just beautiful. It's so cute. Okay, y'all, well, don't forget I will link the bow file that I found on Pinterest down in the description box below. So if you want to grab it, and if you do not have a Cricut, maybe save it to your computer or print it out and just trace it. And don't use the Cricut to cut out your template, because if you don't have one, but just trace it off and just cut it, and that will work out just fine too. So anyway, hope you've enjoyed this quick little bow tutorial. It's super cute with fabric and felt. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys soon in my next video. Bye, you guys.